Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. This is Delaney, and for today's video we're going to be talking about the upcoming Sephora VIB Rouge sale. I will pop up the dates on the screen for y'all. I think it starts around the 5th or the 4th depending on what tier you are at Sephora, but I know for Rouge it is 20% off, which is a decent chunk of change, especially if you're buying something that's a little bit more expensive. And it is for everything that you purchase. So your entire cart will be 20% off, which I think is wonderful. I do kind of wish that Sephora would give you a little bit more than 20% off. I feel like 20% is good, but it could be better. But we'll take what we can get. I love makeup and I'm gonna buy it probably regardless, so any kind of sale and discount is even better. So without further ado, I will be giving you guys my recommendations for the Sephora VIB Rouge sale that's coming up, or the holiday sale. So if you're interested in what I will recommend for the sale, then keep on watching. All right, so I have 10 items to talk about today and one kind of honorable mention. So I'm gonna get the honorable mention out of the way just because this is something that is perfect for gift giving. It's just something that you should probably get with the sale just because of the price tag of the items. So because the holidays are coming up, this is a great time to get a gift of fragrance for this season. So this one is my current favorite from Sephora. I have a favorite that is sold at Ulta, but this is the favorite that is sold at Sephora so far. And this is the YSL Mon Paris, and I love this fragrance. It's very romantic and floral and sweet, and it lasts on the skin for so long, and it has really become one of my signature scents. I kind of go back and forth between this one and another one that is at Ulta, but this is such a beautiful bottle. I love this fragrance so much. It makes me feel like sophisticated and sweet and romantic at the same time. So I will pop up the notes and everything. I'm not a perfume connoisseur, if you will. I have a ton of them. I just wanted to say, hey, like the sale's coming up and perfume is expensive. So 20% off of an expensive perfume is great, and it's great for gift giving as well. So that is the honorable mention of just fragrance in general during the sale. But let's move on to the 10 items that I would personally recommend. I'm gonna kind of go in the order that I would apply these items just to make it easier on myself. So starting off with skincare, kind of a primer skincare item. This is the only skincare item that I will be talking about. This is from Glow Recipe. This is the Watermelon Glow Niacinamide Dewdrops. Such a gorgeous bottle. It looks like a little teardrop. Love it. And it's got this beautiful like cloudy pink bottle. So cute. And this has such a beautiful formula. So it does have a pump, which I love. Has this luminosity to it, and it just makes your skin shine, but not in a glittery way, in a plump, hydrated, just dewy kind of way. I don't know if I would recommend this for oily skin just because of the luminosity that this gives, but if you have dry skin, this is going to be a savior underneath your makeup. This is so pretty. I mean, see how my hand, just the difference between the two. This one is all glowy and dewy, and this one's very flat. It's just, it smells good. It sinks into the skin beautifully. And I use this in conjunction with other moisturizers underneath my makeup to add some moisture and some glow from within. So I really do enjoy this. I actually got this in a BoxyCharm. I did not buy this for full price, and getting this on a discount is even better. I must say, this is worth it at the full price tag, but I say, hey, it's even more worth it at a discount. So definitely check that out if that's something that you would be interested in, especially if you have dry skin, normal skin. Oily skin, you may like it. It is more of a gel, but it does add some luminosity to the skin. So if you don't need added luminosity, I wouldn't recommend. But I'm a dry gal, so I need it. All right, so moving on. Next up, we have our complexion products, and I have two concealers to talk about today. I actually don't have a foundation to talk about. The ones that I do want to talk about, first up is from Rare Beauty. This is their concealer. It is their, let's see if it says the full name. It's a brightening retouch concealer. I don't know, it's a very long name, but such a cute little bottle, and as you can see, it's very well loved. I'm probably gonna have to do a restock. I'm probably gonna have to repurchase this during the sale because I am almost out. Beautiful, beautiful concealer. This is like sunshine in a bottle. I think Smoky Glow was the one to say that, but she's so right. This is the most brightening and luminous, like not luminous in a dewy way, luminous in a brightening way concealer. If you want to brighten up your under eyes or brighten up any spots on your face, this is perfect. It has a kind of medium-ish to buildable coverage, but it's gorgeous on the skin. It is literally like waking up your under eyes. I usually use this underneath a different concealer, just as an added layer. Just I add this first and then like really brighten up the under eyes and then adding more full coverage concealer, just a dot on top, just so I can get that added brightness and then more coverage from a different concealer. But yes, it's from Sephora. Yes, it's a little bit more on the expensive side. Comparatively, it really does a wonderful job. I would say there's maybe one drugstore alternative, and that would be the e.l.f. Brightening Pen, but the e.l.f. one is a lot more sheer than this. This goes a long way. It spreads out so easily. It just really melds in with the skin so beautifully. I love this. I need a new one. So definitely check this one out. If you are my skin tone, you may be interested in the shade. This is 110N. It's very yellow toned, but I think that's part of the brightening aspect, and it does a beautiful job. So I love it. I need a new one. Let's move on. All right, the second concealer that I have for today is from Nars. Now, if you follow Michaela Nogueira, I want to say is how you pronounce her name, but I could be wrong. You've probably seen her on TikTok. She's somewhat popular. I don't know. But she actually turned me on to this product, or pot concealers in general, because I have a lot of acne. I cover acne a lot when I do my makeup, and I needed something that was really going to do a good job of covering like redness and pimples and things like that. So I went from her recommendation and I tried this and I love it so much. This is the Soft Matte Pot Concealer from Nars, and this is in the shade Light 1 Chantilly. This is so nice. I've had it for a really long time and I have a pretty good chunk taken out of it, but I still have a ton in here. It is expensive, but it is literally pigment in a pot. So if you need full coverage to spot conceal, to do anything, you can use this under your eyes if you want. I need something a little more hydrating under my eyes, so I don't know if I would use this, but I use it everywhere else, and I use it just to spot conceal. And around my nose, if my nose is giving me trouble with, like, you know how foundation doesn't want to sit on your nose correctly? Well, I use this and it works really well. It goes beautifully under foundation and over foundation. So if I want to spot conceal after, it works, or if I want to spot conceal under foundation, it works beautifully. Just let it sit and set and go. It's just so beautiful. I definitely will repurchase this eventually when I run out, or if it expires before I can use it all, but I think I'm going to use it all before it expires. But yeah, this I highly recommend. If you have acne, if you struggle with covering pimples or any redness or any marks on your face or body, honestly, this could help so much. Definitely give this a try if that's you. I have used it so many times. It is a lifesaver for me, especially with my skin acting up. Hormonal acne is not fun, so, but that helps a lot. So let's move on. Next up in my makeup routine, I would do bronzer, and this is the perfect product to talk about. This is from Patrick Ta, and it is the bronzer duo. So this one is in She's Statuesque. It is the cream contour and powder bronzer duo, and the packaging is super reflective, so I'm going to try not to blind you in the camera right now. But here she is. This is my favorite bronzer ever, okay? Because it has both, this is all I need to pack with me when I travel. It is just absolutely perfect. So it has the cream on the top with this little flap here to protect it. And as you can see, this is very well loved. And even the powder bronzer has a very substantial dip in it. It's really like, it's hard to tell, but when I hold it like this, you can kind of see where it caves in. It is such a beautiful formula for both. This cream bronzer is my favorite cream bronzer formula of all time. I have it on today. It blends in so seamlessly and effortlessly. It's just so gorgeous. And especially for fair skin, bronzer is really, really hard to do. This is the perfect shade of bronzer. It is just warm enough that it is a bronzer. It actually is just cool enough that it's also a contour as well. So I usually take this shade first on a dense brush and kind of go right in the hollows of my cheeks and kind of bring it up a little bit to here, like just under my cheekbone. And then I take this powder with a big fluffy brush and set that cream down. And this has just, I'm gonna hit pan on this. I'm gonna use it all up. I just know it. I'm gonna hit pan on the cream before I hit pan on the powder though, I think. But I'm gonna have to repurchase this. This is so good. I'm not gonna repurchase it this time. When I pan it, I will, but I definitely recommend this, especially if you're fair skinned. Oh my God, this is the perfect contour bronzer shade. So I can't attest to the other skin tones, but at least for me, this works so well. I'd highly recommend formula, packaging, just everything stunning. Next up, you would think I would say a cream blush here, wouldn't you? I mean, like, given the trends right now, cream blush is in. But as much as I want to say the Fenty cream blush, I just can't. I can't bring myself to say it. I do love that blush, and that is, I guess, an honorable mention if you're interested in a cream, but the winner blush is the Charlotte Tilbury blush. I mean, this is the Cheek to Chic Swish and Glow blusher in Pillow Talk, and I have used this so much. It's really hard to tell, but I have a very concave dip in here, and it just has the perfect amount of matte to luminosity in here. The center part is more luminous and the outside is matte, and this color on my skin tone is the perfect natural blush color. It's not too pink, not too red, not too nude. It is the perfect natural flush on my skin. I love this blush so much. It is the most long-lasting powder blush I've ever had. If you take a cream blush and put it on and then set it with this, your blush is bulletproof. I mean, it ain't going nowhere the whole day. This is so good. The packaging is gorgeous. Charlotte Tilbury has some great products. Like, definitely check out their sets too during the sale because they have some good ones. But I would highly recommend these blushes. If you find a shade that you just really calls to you, definitely try it. If you're fair skinned or even light to medium, I feel like this would be a perfect natural flush. I do think they have deeper tones as well, but definitely check out their shade range. I feel like they have a lot, so hopefully there is one that works for your skin tone. But this is so long lasting. It goes on so nicely. It almost looks airbrushed on your face. I can't stop recommending this. If you followed me for a long time on Instagram and TikTok, this is all I would talk about, and all would be in my description boxes would be this blush. Like, I rarely ever wore anything else, but yes, this is so good. Next up, last of our complexion products. This one is the one I'm wearing today. This is the highlight I'm wearing today, and can you see how naturally gorgeous it is? I mean, it's still blinding, don't get me wrong. This is still a somewhat intense highlight, but that's because I built it up a little bit. But you can make this highlighter go really intense and blinding, or you can really make it subtle and beautiful. But this is my #1 highlighter, I think, in my collection, apart from one other from an indie brand that I use more often than that, this one. But this one is the one I'm going for if I want to look airbrushed, gorgeous, supermodel, glow, just like my skin is healthy and glowing. This is the Natasha Denona Super Glow Highlighter in Fair, and it is so pretty. You can see how dirty it is. There's so much dips in here for my brush because I try to go all around the pan because I don't want to just like keep going in one spot. I want it to be kind of even. So I've dipped my brush everywhere in here. I mean, it doesn't even look like that much when it's on your finger, but I have it on my cheeks today, so you can definitely see it. But it is just the perfect glow for my skin tone. It does not have a cast, so when I turn my hand, you cannot see it, and then it just glows when it hits the light. That is the perfect highlighter shade for me. Straight on, it doesn't look like I'm wearing anything, and then you see it when I turn my head. That is perfect. A lot of times, even the light highlighters are too dark for me. This one is definitely not. This is perfect for my skin tone. Formula is super soft and blendable, very easily diffused as well. So if you go in a little too heavy-handed, you can really diffuse it and make it a little bit more subtle. But this is the perfect formulation for me, just the perfect shade. I can't attest to the other shades. Again, I can only vouch for this one because this is the one I have, but this is probably one of my most loved highlighters in my collection of all time. And it's actually pretty old and it still works really beautifully. So if you were thinking about trying it, definitely try it during the sale when you get a discount. Natasha Denona never disappoints me. But this one especially is something I love so much. We have 3 more items to go through today. So we have 2 eyeshadow palettes to talk about. And this first one is relatively new actually, but I do want to recommend, I don't know, like some of the palettes from this brand are hit or miss, but the ones that are hits are just really great. So this is from Huda Beauty. This is the Wild Jaguar palette. I just recently got this and I fell in love with the color story. This was kind of an impulse buy. I wasn't originally going to buy it, but the color story really just dragged me in. I love greens, golds, purples, cool tones. This just, obviously, I love it. The shimmer formula in here is unlike any other Huda Beauty shimmer formula that I've seen. It's especially soft and creamy. I don't know, especially this middle shade, it's very jam-packed with glitter in a way that a lot of her other palettes have not really been, but the shimmers in here are just the stars of the show. I'll insert video of me swatching these. I have better close-up swatches that really do this justice, but in low light, these just, oh my god, all of the glitter reflex in here show. I can't even describe what these look like on your eyes. This color story is everything. I love this so much. Having a matte black in here and a bone colored shade to blend out, perfect. I know not all skin tones use this kind of a shade to blend out, but you do get the deeper shades to go in the crease or to be those blend out shades as well. But you can really just do a look with the matte black and a shimmer on top. I mean, it's stunning, absolutely gorgeous. You can go purple, you can go gold, you can go green. My favorite colors in eyeshadows. So yeah, definitely this one is a great option. I know she just came out with a new palette. If you want neutrals, maybe go for that one. It's a little more expensive though. These are kind of, what are they, like $27 or something like that? And then the big ones are usually like $60 or $70. They're kind of up there. I would stick with the smaller versions, but I don't know, it's up to you. They have some neutral versions of these 9 pans as well. I have the light version. I say the light one is way light. Like even for me, it's really light. So I would go with either the medium or the deep, depending on what kind of colors really you like best. But I would definitely say I like the light one, but I don't love the light one. So definitely go for medium or deep, even if you're fair. But the formula is great. The shimmers especially are really beautiful. And there's just something about the way they hit the light that is just magical. So definitely check out Huda Beauty's palettes for eyeshadow, even more so than Huda Beauty. I can't not mention these. So next up we have Natasha Denona eyeshadow formula. This is an all-around general statement. If you have not tried Natasha Denona's formula, you need to. I mean, in my humble opinion, I feel like you need to try it. If you're looking for a high-end makeup product eyeshadow palette, then Natasha Denona is the one for you. If you like beautiful, pigmented, blendable mattes and gorgeous shimmers, Natasha Denona has it all. multiple different textures and shades. It's just, she has everything for any skin tone. If you like neutrals, she's got you. If you like color, she's got you. This one it was half off at Sephora. I don't know if it still is. If it is, I will pop it up, but I got this half off. It was $32 and I had $10 off of that. So this was actually like way affordable. But look at this. This is the Love palette. If you like colorful eyeshadow palettes, this is a perfect option for you. I also have the Mini Love. I have almost every palette that's in the mini to $65 range. I do not have all of the big ones. I do have the Biba all neutral palette, and I do have all of the 65 ones, I think. Yeah. I have the Retro, the Love, the Bronze, and the Sunset. I just don't have the Glam. That's the only one I don't have. And maybe I'll have to get that eventually, but to be honest, the shades were really light in that one. I didn't know if I needed it because I had the all neutral one. But anyway, the mini ones are beautiful. The 5-pan mini palettes are a perfect way to test it out if you want to see what the formula is like. Just any one of them except for the Mini Sunset and the Mini Tropic. Everything else has that beautiful, high quality Natasha Denona formula. I highly recommend to try those if you have been wanting to, because her formula is one of my all-time favorite formulas ever. There's only one formula that comes close to this, and it's an indie brand. So yes, I will say, even more than Huda, I would vote Natasha Denona. If you are going for one eyeshadow brand and one eyeshadow palette, I would vote Natasha Denona, even though the price point is a little bit higher depending on the palette you choose. But with the 20% though, it really does help, especially on a $65 palette. But I have a bunch of those. If you want, I could do a dedicated video on just my Natasha Denona eyeshadow palettes on which one you should buy. That one probably won't be up in time for the sale, but maybe it will be up. I don't know. I can put it up whenever, but I don't think I'll be able to get it up in time for the sale. But I have one more product left to talk about. And this is one that I myself am going to have to repurchase because I've gone through almost 2 full ones now. And this is quickly becoming one of my favorite formulas for lip gloss. And no, it's not Fenty. Okay, I love the Gloss Bomb. I do. And everyone talks about it. Everyone loves it. But this one I think is even better because it's not scented and it has this cushiony feel that really gives your lips like volume, but it's just beautiful. Okay, I don't even know how else to talk about it. This is from Tower 28. Tower 28 is a clean beauty brand at Sephora, if that matters to you. But the formula speaks for itself. Look how much I've used of it. I've used over half of it, and I have another one that I've also used over half of. This shade is Magic. This actually came in a set a while ago. I think it was a Sephora Favorites little mini set around the holidays last year. This is so gorgeous. I'm gonna go ahead and actually put some on, but it is just gorgeous and sparkly. So here it is on my hand. I don't know if it's really showing up, but it's just so glittery and beautiful. It does have chunks of glitter in there, but you do not feel it on the lips. On the lips, to me at least, it does not come off as like just in your face glitter. It just gives a nice luminosity and a beautiful shine, and it is so cushiony and not sticky at all. It is it's just so moisturizing. I actually put this on before bed and use it almost like a lip mask. It's super hydrating, keeps my lips feeling amazing. I think they have a set that's like milky something, but you can get one of the colored ones and one of the clear glosses together in a set. I think I'm gonna have to get that because I need more. I go through lip gloss so fast, especially approaching winter time. I'm gonna need some, and I definitely recommend it to y'all if you get dry lips. This is a beautiful lip gloss. They have gorgeous shades for anybody. I mean, they have deep nudes, they have red, they have orangish tones, they have neutrals, they have sparkly, they have clear. I mean, definitely check them out if you're interested. I know one year they did like a mini set of 4, and I wish they would do something like that again, but they have 2 full-size ones in a set now. Like, that's a deal for me because I was already going to repurchase one anyway, so now I get an extra. But yeah, definitely would say to try Tower 28 lip glosses if you have not already. But that concludes my recommendations for the VIB sale. If you wanted to see any close-ups of any certain products that I did not already post, let me know. I could definitely put them on Instagram as well. This eye look I did with the Love palette. That's why I had it out today. But this is brand new to me. This is a first impressions, and I really do love it. I think it's a beautiful pink kind of eye look. I love the shimmers. They're just gorgeous. And the mattes, they perform exactly like the other Natasha Denona's palettes that I love. So I think I'm gonna really enjoy it. I haven't tried the purples in the palette yet, and purples are some of my favorites, so can't wait to give that a try. Please let me know in the comments what you are planning to get from the sale, and if you have any recommendations for me to get from the Sephora sale. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you're having an amazing day or night wherever you are. Please stay happy and healthy and safe in this crazy world, and I will see you in the next video. Bye guys.